Shalom, shalom. All right, let's start with the scripture. 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter, the 14th verse. And it reads, "But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them." First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak B'dash. Next, double honors to the elder apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered abroad, and for those that are searching out their salvation with fear and trembling before the names of Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai. This is Yahweh Shai Nawana, and coming at you with a quick lesson from from the job site. Working every single freaking day, all the hours, right? But yeah, it's just a quick hit on just kind of deem it stay in the fight. But obviously starting off with the first scripture, staying in the fight, continuing in the things that thou hast learned, and Salakia, let's read it. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them. Salakia. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get some precepts and try and get through this guy. Salakia. Okay, hopefully I ain't blocking people. Alright, Salakia. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiasticus. Where are we at here? Book of Ecclesiasticus, the 11th chapter, and the 20th verse. Alright, and it reads, "Be steadfast in thy covenant, and be conversant therein, and wax old in thy work." Steadfast. All right, so be steadfast in thy covenant and conversant. Let's get those words. Steadfast. All right. Steadfast. All right. Steadfast. Definitions, Oxford. All right. Adjective, resolutely or dutifully, firm or unwavering. All right, unwavering, and that would probably be the better word there. The word unwavering. All right, steady or resolute, not wavering. How do they do that? Wavering is moving or quivering away, flickering. All right, becoming weaker, faltering, undecided between two opinions or courses of action. All right. So that's something that we don't want to do. We don't want to be wavering, all right? And what was that other word? Be conversant. Steadfast in thy covenant. So I was steadfast and be conversant therein. Conversant. Conversant. Definition. All right. Conversant, meaning adjective, familiar with, or knowledgeable about something. All right. Here we go. Or knowledgeable about something. So conversant, it means no stranger to, well versed in, well informed about, knowledgeable about, informed about, abreast of, appraised of, up to date on, practiced in. I did read this before. Practiced in. All right, and that would be, that would probably be the better to fit, practiced in.
New text message from TJ Wolski.
So so be conversant and steadfast in thy covenant, right? Let's go back to it. There you go. Ecclesiasticus, the 11th chapter, and the 20th verse. It says, "Be steadfast in thy covenant, and be conversant therein, and wax old in thy work." There you go. Stay in the fight. All right. Let's go to the. Actually, we're in Ecclesiastes. Let's go to the 23rd chapter. Salakia, 33rd chapter. Here goes another commercial. Salakia. Let's just deal with that real quick. All right, this is Ecclesiasticus, the 33rd chapter. All right, and we're going to be at the 27th verse, what I've marked down. This commercial will be done. All right, and it's the 27th verse, all right? And here it says, send him to labor that he be not idle, for idleness teacheth much evil, all right? So, first and foremost, I'll be speaking to myself. We do not want to be idle. We should always be in a repentative state, and we should always feel, it's 11:44, Kahalo Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. But we should always feel, even as our apostles and elders on down feel, which is they're always worried that they haven't done enough, all right? And that we haven't done enough. This is our reasonable duty. We will never be able to do enough, all right? It says that we're given less than what we deserve, way less than what we deserve, all right? And hey, we should always be in that state of mind. I smote upon my thigh, yea, I was even ashamed, because I did bear the sins of my youth, and just knowing that moving forward, we should always be moving forward with a stronger purpose, knowing that we're already behind the curve. We're definitely behind the curve. I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. Anyway, enough with that. So just and then send him to labor that he be not idle, for idleness teacheth much evil. Set him to work as is fit for him. If he be not obedient, put on more heavy fetters. Reading this, to myself, a man of understanding knoweth when he slippeth. All right, and if you slip, this is something to keep in mind. Make sure to put yourself back to labor. Get back out there. Get back to the lessons. Get back to reading. Give attention to reading, the exhortation, to all these things, until the Lord come. So this is just something to keep in mind right here. All right, moving on. Let's go to the 19th chapter, actually. 19th chapter. All right. That should be the first verse. Yeah. Yep. A laboring man that is given to drunkenness shall not be rich, and he that contemneth at small things shall fall by little and little. All right. That means putting off things, little bit by little bit, you're going to fall little bit by little bit. And that's, that's the message, don't be idle. That goes with, with the last scripture that we had just read, don't be idle. Idleness teacheth much evil. All right. So don't put off the small things, disregard the small things, because with that, you are going to fall little by little. I am speaking to myself first and foremost. You got different rooms, POD. We have our other things that are required of us. And little bit by little bit, you miss one day, you have 2 precepts back, and then the world kicks in, you get your phone calls and stuff like that. You're getting ready to be vexed by all that garbage. You pop a freaking tire, the wall comes down on the trailer, somebody didn't show up, they broke a chainsaw, this and that, somebody else has got a problem, somebody else needs something, and it's to the point to where your memory ain't even holding all these things. Now you got to start writing things down on paper, and by the end of the day, the whole day you thought about the things that you want to do for the Lord, but yet you haven't even gotten to them, and you already feel behind because you slacked, or you did the bare minimum on one day. It's a constant vexation of being in this place, because you're throwing so many curveballs. But at the same time, when you have the time, meditate on these things. Meditate on these things, and just remember, don't fall little by little as much as possible. Continue in those things. Continue in the things that you've learned, and hey, let's go ahead and let's get to the next precepts, because they're going to explain all that. Right? Ecclesiastes, we just left off on the first. Yeah. So let's go to Proverbs 24. Yep. Proverbs, book of Proverbs. Where we at? Book of Proverbs, the 24th 24th chapter. All right, and the 30th verse. I went by the field of the slothful, and by the vineyard of a man void of understanding, and lo, it was all grown over with thorns, and nettles had covered the face thereof, and the stone wall thereof was broken down. Then I saw and considered it well. I looked upon it and received instruction. Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that travaileth, and thy want as an armed man. So, there you have it. The man that falls little by little, that commits small things. Don't pick one weed, turns into two turns into foe turns into mo. All right. And not even a laughing matter, because that's for real. And that's why we must stay as tight of a ship as possible. All right, speaking to myself first and foremost. I've got to keep saying it, because all these precepts, that I'm thinking of, I was always thinking about myself each and every single time. These are the things that I warn myself about. I warn myself over and over and over. I think about them, and as I do that, it's that godly sorrow. It's the godly sorrow that worketh repentance into salvation. It works my mind to help keep me, in the right path. All right, so that way I judge myself, so that way I don't have to be judged. All right, nonetheless, keep going. All right, we're almost there. 2 Timothy, we've got a few more. The book of 2 Timothy. Where's that at? 2 Timothy 2 and 4. All right, it reads, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier. All right, and that's the thing. This life, it is going to get in the way. It gets in the way of everything. All right, it gets in the way of everything. But at the same time, we have our duties. And we have our first love. All right, we have Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. We have to look forward to immortality and eternity. This place is not going to last forever. The fashion of this world passeth away, but we look for new heavens wherein dwelleth righteousness. This place is a passing of the time. This is not our rest. It will destroy you even with the sword of destruction. So taking our time and using it rightly, for the word, because we need to do it now. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. We must work the works now, before the days come, before the evil days come, because they're already on the way. The Lord had said, it's even like a mighty archer, man. When he shoot, the arrow's not coming back, and he said they're not going to come back until they destroy the foundations of this earth. Until they destroy the foundation of this world. This present evil world that we're looking for to go up in smoke. Anyway, continuing. So yeah, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier. Actually, I believe I pulled it up in the blue letter. 2 Timothy 2. Yeah, I did. Yep. No man warreth. All right, let's get that word warreth. All right. All right. Let's hear him say it.
Strong's G 4754.
Stratuo. All right. To make a military expedition. Take that word military. You already know what it is. To make this expedition. This is the truth. To make a military expedition, to lead soldiers to war or to battle. All right, Saint Benji had just put out a beautiful lesson. If you go on my page, you'll be able to see it. Heavy edification that came out of that. But it's all hands on deck, is what he has said. It's all hands on deck. It's not like just the elders is doing this. It's not just the elder apostles. It's not just the elders. It's not just the oldest man in the camp. It's also the youngest man. It's also, yes, it is the disciples. It's all hands on deck, right? And we're leading into battle, To make a military expedition, to lead soldiers to war or to battle, spoken of a commander, to do military duty, to serve for the Lord, to be on active service, be a soldier, to fight. All right, and that's exactly what this is. We fight every single day in all fronts. All right. Anyway, let's get back to it so we can shut this down. All right. We're at 2 Timothy 2, 1 Timothy. Just trying to keep with my notes so that way we can, be more efficient at this. 1 Timothy, the 4th chapter. Here's the 13th verse. Yep. Here it is. Till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine. Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying on of the hands of the presbytery. Meditate upon these things, give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear to all. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. There you go. To explain it, you just have to read it again. Let's go to the book of John. The book of John 9. All right. You have the book of John, the ninth chapter and the 4th verse. It says, I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. This is the duality of the scriptures. All right, duality of the scriptures. Because this was about the man that was born blind. All right. But the duality of the scriptures. See, let's read this one more time. I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. All right. Must work the works of him that sent me. Well, the elect are sent into the world. The Father sent the Son into the world. Now the Son, it said, I sent them into the world. Right? Sent them in the world to do his work, to do the work of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. All right? To relay the message. All right? Give them warning from me. So this is what we're doing now. Now we are also doing a work for Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai as commanded. And we must do it while it is day. Why must we do it while it's day? Because the day is going to come where Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai is going to send back. All right? He's going to come back. And it says that day is darkness. All right? Ain't it? It says all darkness. All right? And no light in it. All right? So it says, I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. All right? And just to, articulate that, you got Isaiah 33. All right? Got Isaiah 33. Just things to remember real quick. Just, let's go. Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. That's coming. All right? Amos 8 and 11. The book of Amos. The book of Amos, the 8th chapter. Yep. In the 11th verse. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land. Not a famine of bread, nor of thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. And in that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. There you go. All right. That means that at that point in time, just like the virgins, I would go to it to read it, but I'm sure that we're well versed with that. But with the wise and the foolish virgins, hey, give us of your oil. Nope. Rather go and buy for yourself, man. And when they go back to go and find them, they're not going to be there. Then the groom comes. All right. Then the groom comes, and then they're screwed. All right. But they'll know that they're screwed at that point in time, because when the wise rise up and they trim their lamps, and they have plenty of oil, man, they're gonna know then that, oh shit, they're gonna try and go back out there, and tongues are gonna be cleaved to the roof of the mouth. They're not gonna be able to find the men of the Lord. All right. Actually, that's a good one. Ezekiel 3. Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter. All right. Not many strange speech. No. I'm thinking here. Yeah. No, it is Ezekiel 3. I'm sorry, I got a jumbling of notes and stuff. That's it, right here in 26, the 26th verse. All right, it says, "And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and shalt not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house." All right, this is working the works of him while it is day. All right, while it is day, because the time is going to come where the grinding is low in the streets, the doors is going to be closed, chaos is going to be happening. It's going to be outlawed to be speaking the words of the Lord. It's going to be outlawed to be gathering yourselves together in that name. In that name, it's going to be something else, but nonetheless, hey, let's end on this in order to exhort. All right, let's in order to give y'all a boost. All right. You gotta get the spanking, but at the same time, there is also some love when mom and dad come back to the bedside afterwards and let you know, like, hey, got your ass whooped out of love though. I still love you. Now go to sleep. And Lord's will, we see you in the morning type stuff. Here's Hebrews, the 10th chapter. There it is. I'm sorry, at the 31st verse. I'm going to read down. I'm going to close it down, all right? "It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. But call to remembrance the former days, in which after you were illuminated, ye endured a great fight of afflictions." St. Benji just said that in his lesson. You must go to my page and look at that lesson, all right? You must. All right? Why would you go through so many things all the way up until this point? Losing women and houses and things and jobs and, all to give up right here at the end. This is the end of these things, all right? So, anyway, it is a fearful thing to fall into the lands of the living power, but call to remembrance the former days, in which after ye were illuminated, ye endured great fight of afflictions, partly while ye were made a gazing stock, both by reproaches and afflictions, and partly while ye became companions of them that were so used. For ye had compassion of me and my bonds, and took joyful the spoiling of your goods, knowing in yourselves that ye have in heaven a better and an enduring substance. Cast not away therefore your confidence, which hath great recompense of reward. For ye have need of patience, that shall after, Salakia, one more time. For ye have need of patience, that shall after ye have done the will of our power, you might receive the promise. For yet a little while, and he that shall come will come, and will not tarry. Now the just shall live by faith. But if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. Now the just shall live by faith. But if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. But we are not them who draw back unto perdition. But we are not them who draw back unto perdition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul. All right. So, with that damn commercial. Anyway, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. And Lord willing, this was edifying. Hey, let this garbage stop, because I don't know how loud it is on that speaker. All right, damn it. All right, so Lord willing, this was edifying. Lord willing, just remember these things, all right? Remember the things, the points. Continue in the things that thou hast learned, and wax old in thy work, be steadfast in thy covenant, all right? Idleness does teach much evil, so don't be idle, all right? Do not fall little by little, all right? Until the Lord comes, give attendance to the doctrine and to reading and to exhortation. Remember those things, right? Wisdom and knowledge will be the stability of our times and the strength of our salvation. The fear of the Lord is our treasure, all right? And there will be a drought, so grab the knowledge now. All right, and then there you go. There you go. We're not of those who draw back into perdition, all right? But we believe into the saving of the soul. So, Shalom. First, call hello Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai B'Hashem Rakakwadash. Next, double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops. All right, to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered abroad, and for those that are searching out through salvation with fear and trembling for the names of Yahweh Yahweh Shai. This is Yahweh Shai now and on. Until next time, I'm Baratazah. Stay prayed up. Shalom.